Previously on Roddy Radio.
Help Yourself, a self-help book by Roddy Romita. Chapter 1. Better your life by upping your vocabulary. Chapter 2. Your life has improved since you increased your lexicon.
I thought we already started, so we're not going to start the show by telling people to end their life if they get dressed up to go to Cheesecake Factory?
Well, that'll be used for sure, but...
Okay.
Now we're starting.
You got to make sure.
Now
I think we're overpopulated anyway, right?
We are way overpopulated.
Right.
What I was going to say was that Red Iguana in Salt Lake City, they have pictures of... What's that fool's name? Guy Fieri?
Guy Fieri is cool, though.
He went there. They featured that place on the show. What was the show called?
Oh, Diners, Drivers, and Dives.
Yeah. They were featured on that shit. So they have like pictures with him.
Slamming. I like Guy Fieri, though, because he's not pretentious. He'll be like, I'm going to go to a diner, and it's going to be fire.
Exactly.
You know
He went to this place. That place is great. And you're not going to spend an arm and a leg. It's not inexpensive. It is kind of expensive.
What I'm saying.
But it's good. You get good food. You filled up. And you can tell the difference too, because every time you go, there's always a wait. You're always going to wait. And it's part of the experience. You hang out outside, and like wintertime, they got a big old heater out there, and you're just hanging out under the heater trying to keep warm, and they call your name. Like, Thomas, party of 5, and you fucking go in.
Right.
It's fucking great. And
see, that's a guy I trust. Guy Fieri is a guy I trust because he's a guy.
Yeah.
He's a guy's guy.
Man. Hell yeah.
You know, there's a few of them I trust. Alton Brown, you remember that? Were you around for like the Renaissance era of Food Network, like the Fire Food Network lineup? Alton Brown, Gianna De Laurentiis.
No, I never watched any of that shit. The only reason
Daddy.
The only reason like I know Guy Fieri and shit is because of reels and stuff.
Oh, Food Network used to be so fire back in the day, man. Just now it's all shows about, like, it's all game shows now. Like, who can cook the fastest? Who can cook the best? Who can do it in this amount of time? Who can cook blindfolded with one leg? But back in the day, they have a couple game shows, but it used to be like, it's this person's kitchen. And then like Giada has a cooking show, Big Daddy's cooking show, and they all brought their different flavor, blah, blah, blah. And then like Alton Brown would drop a scientific episode about something. Like, if you did it this way, it's superior to that way. Now it's just all game shows.
Yeah. That's no good. That's all channels. All channels aren't really what they are. Like fucking, what's the one with all the fat people on it?
My 600-Pound Life?
Yeah, what's that on? Like HGTV?
It's on TLC.
TLC, like the learning channel, and it's all fat people all the time.
TLC is honestly the best channel ever. And it's my dream.
I'm just saying
to edit for
they
TLC.
Should maybe change the name, you know what I mean?
You're learning about fat people.
It's like, it used to be the TNN, the Nashville network, changed their name when they started showing like wrestling. They had WCW. They started doing.
Is that what TNN was? The Nashville network?
Yeah, like the logo used to be like a little guitar head.
Wow.
But then they started showing like crazier shit, so they just changed it to something else. I can't remember anymore.
You just taught me something new. I never knew what the acronym stood for.
Yeah, TNN, the Nashville network.
TLC's goated channel though.
Yeah.
TLC's goated. They used to, back in the day, they used to have even better stuff though. Back in the day, it would be like, oh, this is the man who's 800 feet tall, the woman with no brain, and like, she's like in some village in India, and this is Shana Gwandi, and she has no brain. She's like, oh, I don't know how I think, I have no mind, and she walks around, but then you find out she's like super good at math, and then it'd be like, oh, this is the kid with paper thin skin. And he'd walk around like, everything would cut. They'd have
rip them up.
Crazy lineup. Yeah, they'd have crazy lineups back then.
TNN turned into Spike TV, and they started showing
crazy
shit. They started showing
Spike
like
TV.
Wild shit, like fucking, like straight up like bitches in bikinis and shit, and wrestling and stuff. It was
1,000 Ways to Die.
Yeah, they had 1,000 Ways to Die. I fucking love that
Great
show.
Great show.
My favorite one of those cases was the guy that like he was like a 40-year-old virgin. So he went to a prostitute and just went all out. Like he didn't just have just normal sex. He wanted to have like a gimp experience. They put him in the fucking latex gimp suit, and like they put a ball gag in his mouth, and he didn't know he was allergic to latex. So he's fucking moaning and groaning, dying, and the prostitute thinks he's just enjoying himself, but he was dying.
Too much too soon. That's why we
Fucking
we
mad.
gave Leonard the regular experience first. We didn't give him
Exactly.
the
Yeah.
ball gag.
I mean, if he put on a condom and he found out he had latex, he was allergic to latex. Like, what's the worst that can happen? Like, your dick gets swollen for a couple of days or
Your
something.
dick starts chafing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
But
was the funny part about working at the haunted house was
latex
like
allergies.
nobody knew. Like most of us didn't know if we were allergic to latex, so they'd
Oh
ask you, they'd be
shit.
like, "Are you allergic to latex?" You'd be like, "I don't know." They'd be like, "Well, you're about to find out." Boop, and they just drop it on you. And I remember one lady she got wrecked from one of the things of makeup. I don't know what kind of makeup it was, but I think it had latex in it. And she was like, the first day she was like, "Oh my god, my face is so irritated, blah blah blah." And then the next day she came in, her face was all jacked up, like red. She said her face was burning all night long. Like it just got worse and worse and escalated. I felt so bad for her, but that was the fun part was, like nobody knew because most of us, it was our first time ever working at a haunted house. None of us had prosthetics before. So most of us were finding out right on the spot if we were going to needed to have a medical emergency that night.
Were you wearing prosthetics for your?
I wore the pig nose and I did not like
Oh,
that.
that's fucking
Oh,
crazy.
because I was just editing this episode today. I never released the episode of what my experience was like working at the haunted house.
Yeah.
I did the episode with Flicks, and in the episode, I talk about how they wanted me to do a pig gimmick, and I was like, "Cool, that's great." So they're
Like a
"We're
pig
gonna
man,
give you-"
half pig, half man type of thing, or what?
yeah, like a pig mutant guy.
That's fucking cool.
So they were like, "We're gonna give you a nose." So the first time I did the nose, they're like, "Oh, have you ever used spirit gum before?" And I was like, "No, but I know what it is though, but I never
Yeah.
used it." She's like, "All right, we're gonna put the nose on you like this," and something told me not to go to that lady because I think I didn't remember correctly, but I was like, I think that's the lady who's like very new at this. She doesn't know a lot, but I went there because I was doing it like last second, as always. Like we was like, you got to get to your seat in 20 minutes, so I went over there. And I just knew immediately it was not good from from the way she was looking at me. She was looking at me super nervous. She was like, I was like, "Oh, I'm getting a pig nose." She was like, "Oh, okay." So she brought out the pig nose. Then she put the latex on the nose and stuck it on my face. And all the latex is dripping into my nose, dripping into my mouth. Like I'm drinking the latex at this point. And she's trying to hold it there. And it's not staying. You got to hold it for like, you have to keep it there for like 30 minutes or something like that.
Yeah.
And so she's holding it there, and I'm just drinking this latex. And I finally just brush it off, like, just please get off me, get off me. And I go to one of the managers, my friend Kayla, and I'm like, I'm not putting this pig mask on because I'm drinking this fucking latex right now. I can't do it. She's like, all right. So then that day they kept the string on the next one. Because they had the string on it,
Just like a party
but they
hat
broke it off if
thing.
they wanted to put the latex on. So this one, they put the string on it, and then to mask it, they put charcoal over my face and then masked the thing. I look like a raccoon. It was the worst. I looked so dumb. I looked so retarded. Everyone's like, "What are you, a raccoon or something?" It was terrible. And but that I definitely know it wasn't allergic to latex then because
At least,
I
I was
drank
gonna
it.
say, if
like,
it's
I was
down your
drinking
throat
it.
and you didn't have a reaction, I think you're good. Yeah.
Exactly. So eventually, I got my
Well, I mean,
character to where it needed to be.
You've had latex down your throat before, haven't you?
Never. Chill out with that.
You don't.
Chill.
You don't use. Oh yeah, because you don't
Never.
use condoms when you suck dick.
I don't get face fucked, dude, at all. I don't do that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay.
Chill out with that. Chill
Just
out with
making
that.
sure. Because there's
No,
rumors
no.
on the internet about
There's rumors that I've been face fucked
that
before.
you've been face fucked. Yeah.
No, thank
Like
you.
one of the trending Reddit searches is Griddy from Griddy Knows Best.
What is the
getting
evidence?
face
Do
fucked.
they have like evidence? Is there like stories that
I think
came out?
that's the problem with AI, man. I think there is a video.
Dude, I could make an AI of you getting face fucked right
I've
now,
made
and you
one
could
of
do
it.
the same thing. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
that we could
isn't that
say
fucked up? Like they could.
It would be extreme. Like you could show it to somebody who's like 40 plus, and they'd be like,
Oh, yeah,
"Yo,
they'd
what
believe
the-"
it.
They'd believe it.
They'd believe
They'd
it.
believe it.
But that's the
Isn't that
thing.
insane?
That's the thing too. Like, I mean, can you imagine, like we have some sort of falling out, so suddenly there's videos of both of us getting face fucked on the internet.
dueling videos. We had the same idea. Like, oh, look, this is him getting Facebook. This is him getting. We just gotta escalate it. It's like is you getting the train ran on you.
Yeah, at least it
This is
wasn't
doing
two at
the
a
gimp
time,
suit.
and then it's, you know.
Yeah, this is you in a gimp suit. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, and he was allergic to latex and he died.
It's honestly crazy aging, because it's like shit you just never thought you'd see.
Yeah,
Shit you never thought you experienced. You know, like just like half the time I look around and I'm like, what is going on now? The AI got way like escalated quickly.
It's way quick. Yeah. Yeah.
To the point where it's gonna be to the point where we don't recognize it anymore. We can't tell the difference.
Yeah. It's really weird. Like, have you seen like, well, maybe you haven't. I don't know, because I get a lot of my Instagram feed is a lot of videos in Spanish, and when I send them to somebody, if I send you a reel that's in Spanish, it automatically translates it to English, but it doesn't just translate it. Like it'll use it sounds like the original voice, and it makes the video. It fucks with the video, so the mouth moves correctly to English. And I noticed that on a few videos. I sent a video that's in Spanish to a couple people, and when I watch it on my feed, it's in Spanish, but when I tap on it inside the messages, it's in English, but it sounds exactly like the person. It's like the same cadence, the same joke, whatever it was. And I'm like, wait, what the fuck is going on here? So it's
are they translating it? Is it an English video and they're giving it to you in Spanish, or vice versa?
It's vice versa. Like if I find a video in Spanish and I send it to you, I'll send it to someone. It automatically translates it to English.
How do you know that it's in Spanish? How do you know that it's not an English video in Spanish though?
Because they're from creators that I know.
Oh, okay.
From people that I know.
But why are they automatically assuming I don't speak Spanish?
Exactly. That's kind of what pisses me off. I'm like, if I'm sending this video in Spanish to somebody, it's because I know they understand it. Like, why would you translate
racist.
That? It is.
How are you going to assume I don't speak Spanish? I mean, I don't, but send me the video in Spanish. Though. I like that they have the videos with the subtitles automatically AI generated. Then I could watch a foreign video. That's nice, but I don't want it to be in AI voice translated into.
And that's what sucks though, is that the AI voice sounds exactly like the person. It sounds
wow.
So it fucks with you.
Yeah, it's getting bad, man. It's getting bad. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I'm pretty like current. I like a lot of new things.
I've always loved new technologies, but this is something that's a little too uncanny.
Yeah, this is bad.
The thing is though, like sometimes I think about that and like, what if they fake this and that, and then I think of all the fucked up shit we've said on our podcasts, and it's like, how much worse can they make me?
How could you get worse than that?
Yeah, like if anything, if something comes back and bites me in the ass, I'm just gonna be like, that's fucking AI.
It's definitely gonna be something you already said though.
Yeah, exactly. I'll just be like, that's it. And they're gonna be like, that was from 2015, sir. Like that was not.
Yeah. And then you could just say it was AI.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You just say that was AI.
Yeah.
So now,
that time I was talking about, like whether you would fuck an orangutan or a.
Yeah. Now we could just say it was AI.
Or a chimpanzee on your show. Like if that comes back ever, I'm gonna be like, that was AI. That wasn't.
Yeah. I didn't say that.
Why
Did you ever seen that show Chimp Crazy?
No.
I didn't mean to derail this, but it was made by the same creators as Tiger King. This is an older show. I think it's like 2 years old, but it was about a lady who owns chimps, and then then it goes to a further, like a grander perspective of all these people that own chimps around the world and how it's not technically illegal to own a chimp.
Oh, really?
But people do it, and then it usually ends. It's always the same story. It's like, oh my God, we had Bubbles. Bubbles was Michael's monkey, actually.
Yeah.
I don't think this is the only opposite. Is that there was one story about Michael Jackson fucking Bubbles up and beating Bubbles' ass. That was a good one. That was the only time.
But monkeys are tough, though. You know, monkeys are tough. They're not like Tupac, who just acted tough. They're like genuinely tough.
But the story would always be like they'd spend years and years with this chimp, like part of the family. He's taking baths with them, and then they would eventually snap and fuck somebody up. Yeah. But the saddest part was out of all the stories, like Travis the chimp, you know about that one, right? Ripped the lady's face off and everything.
Oh, I didn't know the name, but yeah.
That was the one in 2009, the big one, where she went on Oprah, her face was all mangled and stuff. The saddest part about all these stories is, at the end of the day, when everything finally goes down and, shit hits the fan, it's always the person who owns its friend or family member who ends up getting jacked up and not the owner. It always happened that way. With Travis the monkey, it was the lady's friend. With this other lady, it was her daughter. In the documentary, the lady gets jacked up and it's her friend monkey. So it's weird. It never actually happens to the owner. It happens to their friend or their family. And then, like a year later, these motherfuckers get another chimp. What are we doing? They get another chimp. Bro, it's like if you watch this show, these chimps hypnotize these people. They're like, oh my God. Like, they're always like, I love them more than my own children.
What the
How?
fuck?
How do you like a chimp over your own children, you freak?
It is. I mean, they are so similar to humans that they're. I believe that you can make like some sort of connection.
Yeah, I'd
But
jump
I
around and jerk
wouldn't.
off all day like a chimp.
But I wouldn't like love them more than my children.
No, it's
That's fucking.
insane.
Because I remember I watched the thing on I think it was Discovery way back when too. It was this village in Africa where like people kept getting in trouble for they were putting down the law of like protecting gorillas and chimps and stuff because people kept like poaching them.
Yeah.
And so it was weird because you're used to seeing people come back from a hunt with like a leg of a deer or something like that. But it was like they're carrying hands and you see the fingers in the hands. And so it's just really weird. And then they would take them from the poachers, but they would give them to like the poor villagers so they could eat them.
Like gorilla hand?
Gorillas and chimps, yeah.
Would you eat a gorilla hand or a chimp?
I don't know, man. It's too close to. I like at that point. I think I'd rather eat human meat.
You'd rather eat human meat?
Yeah.
That sounds like you want to do that now.
I
You
kind of
learning
do.
something about you?
I kind of do. Yeah.
You want to eat human meat? I mean, be real. Would you eat a human?
I would try it.
So if somebody donated their body to science and they were like explicit, they said, "Listen, I want this. I want specifically my body to be eaten by a human being. I want the people who want that experience to get that, and I donate my body for that." Would you eat that?
Yes, it can't be any worse than fucking Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah, it can't be worse than shit. I'd rather eat a human being. That's true. I'd rather eat. But you can't eat the brain.
Oh yeah,
You
that'll
cannot
make
eat
you.
the brain. You'll get
Yeah.
prion. You'll get prion syndrome.
It's like mad cow disease. The reason mad cow disease was because they were eating cows. The cows were eating
Yeah.
beef,
And with prion disease, I don't think you know right away. It can happen. It's like CTE.
and you just
It
go
like can
nuts,
happen
don't you?
years from then.
Don't you just go nuts?
But it won't happen right away, from what I read.
Is that what
Like-
that does though? It makes you go crazy.
You like have Alzheimer's type shit. Like you lose your mind, yeah. But it won't happen like the next day. It'll happen like it can happen years. From what I remember reading,
Way
it's
down
not
the
a
line.
quick transition. It'll happen like years down the line. So they won't even know why. They'll be like, "Oh, Roddy just lost his mind. He went into psychosis or he had early onset Alzheimer's, something like that." So I have a theory though that there are clubs who eat brain, like groups in America who meet up
I wouldn't
like
put it
once a
past
month
people,
and
yeah.
eat brain together. I don't know why, but I have that because why? Okay, why else would you buy a brain? I understand some people want to keep a brain as like a not a trophy. That sounds like you killed the guy, but like aesthetically, you want to keep a brain around. The people like to collect things.
There are people that have brains.
I mean, they gotta. There's people that buy skulls.
I was
Why
gonna
would
say,
they
but
not buy a
skulls are
brain?
cool though. Like, you know,
They just caught, like I was telling you, they just caught that guy who had 100 and something corpses in his house.
yeah.
And, he was selling them. And the same thing with the big Harvard fiasco that went down a couple years ago. He was selling the organs. And I think, a lot of people want to keep shit like that. They want to keep a brain. They want to keep a lung
But how
in
do
a
you
jar.
keep a brain? You have to like pickle it.
But yeah, you put them in formaldehyde. You can keep anything in formaldehyde.
Damn, man, that's
And you
crazy.
just put it in a jar. I already told Eddie that if he died, I would keep his black lung from cigarette in a jar in my studio.
That'd be cool.
I
See,
think that
stuff
would
like-
be cool, right? Like
stuff
I'm not
like that
even
would be
I'm not even
cool.
being serious.
Like
Wouldn't you think it's cool?
Like consensual stuff would be cool. Like if you told me you'd donate some sort of organ for my and I could keep it around. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Would you not keep my testicle in a jar?
Yeah, hell yeah. Just
And then
all three
that's
of them.
that's what created the whole 40-second story. I mean, it's history. My testicles are history now.
You're reading my mind. I actually wrote that down. I wanted you to tell that story because that story is a classic story that you told on your show, but it was never told on my show. I'm like, man, I got to get you to tell that story on the
Oh
show.
my god. You want to get into that now?
Let's just fucking jump like no fucking transition. That I wrote that down.
Well, I mean, that was a transition. That was a segue. All right. I mean, if you want to discuss this classic story here, this is when I was in a different building and a different phase in my life because I don't think I would do this now. I don't think I would just do this, but
just kind of a rando chick. And the thing is, I think we've made jokes on my show also about the 40 seconds and stuff, but this is like the lore. This is deep.
This is the lore. This is where it came from. Yes, this was a wild night years ago, doing the laundry at least 2 in the morning, probably around 2 in the morning as usual. where all the scoundrels and crackheads and prostitutes were out climbing through the windows and doing all kind of nefarious things. And I was at the end of my laundry journey. Clothes were dried, and I walked to the elevator, and I see these two women there, and I just got a feeling that something was going to happen. I knew that that woman was going to go in the elevator with me, and I knew something was going to happen. So go in the elevator, and I hear her tell her friend, she goes, "Oh, I'm going in this elevator." And I was like, "Here we go." So then she's like, "Hey, what's up? How old are you? Blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, at this point, I forgot how I was in my 20s. And she's like, blah, blah, blah. And then she's just like, I could tell she's flirting with me immediately, right? She had to be a little older than me. So she was probably like in her 30s, like 32, maybe. So she's like immediately flirting with me. I already know the deal. And she goes, you got any condoms? And I'm like, yeah. So she's like, all right, but come with me to my crib first. So I go, well, no, I take her up to my house first. Then she goes, I need to go to my crib and I want you to come with me because I'm gonna forget your apartment number. I'm like, no, you're not. My apartment number is easy. She's like, okay, write it on my arm. So I grab her arm, and there's cuts and burns all over her arm. And I'm like,
Classic,
oh
classic.
shit. And I'm like, what the hell? She's like, I like to do that to myself. I like to hurt myself. And I'm like, oh man, this is my kind of girl. So I write it on the arm, but then she's like, no, no, just call me, just call me. Go to her apartment, sit there for a little while, and I saw things going on in the apartment that I do not want to see online, and illegal activities, and then we leave the apartment, and she in hand has a beer and cocaine. So I know the night's gonna be really interesting. So we go up to the house. She's snorting coke off of my counter in my kitchen in my studio apartment, and then she proceeds to tell me how she likes to get abused. So at this point, she's backed up to my fridge, I believe, with her shirt off at this point, and she's showing me how she likes to get slapped. And I'm doing that. This is the first time I've ever done something like that, any kind of BDSM stuff. So I think I was doing well. And then she's like, I want to show you how I like to get spanked. So I had her bent over the bed. And what I forgot to say was her dog came up with us. So her dog is there. And I'm slapping her ass, and she's like, "Oh, my dog. He's gonna bite you." And I'm like, "First of all, you initiated this, so I mean, why didn't you tell me that in the beginning?" And I'm like, "Nah, nah, it's gonna be all right." So I keep slapping her ass, and I get harder and harder. The next thing, boom, this little shit dog bites me. Okay, and I'm fine now, so I don't think I had any. It didn't have
I
any
forgot about
rabies
the
or anything like
dog
that.
part actually of the story. I'm glad
Yeah,
you're retelling this.
I didn't have any rabies or anything like that. So then she's like, I'm gonna put the dog in the bathroom. So now we lock the dog in the bathroom and we go on with the story. Now this happened quite a few years ago at this point. So now this is like an hours long of a bunch of different things that happened. So I don't remember everything, and some of it is fuzzy, but it basically started to get to the point where she started just getting wacky. Like she was normal, and then she was telling me how there was people following her, like there's people around in the apartment with us. And then she started telling me how she has multiple people inside of her. She's like, I got multiple. Don't you see? Like, don't you see? I got multiple people. And like, she was telling me how her eyes would change, and then she was showing. She was like making me feel her heart, and she was like, don't you see how there's two different heartbeats in here? And I'm like, no, I don't see that at all. But like, whatever. Like, this is interesting. And she's like, oh, I think we talked about my podcast. She's like, yo, if you talk about me on your little podcast, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you. Blah blah blah. And then she was telling me how she was controlling me with her mind somehow. Like, oh, you saw how you went over there and did that? I made you do that. Like, I made you do that. This was like hours of this stuff. And I couldn't decide, do I want her to leave or do I want to just stay with this for the plot? You know what I mean? So in between all this, there's like, there's flirting and there's touching and there's grabbing and there's slapping and all this stuff. And this goes on for quite a while. And then it gets to the point where I'm like, all right, I want this girl out of here. And she wants to have sex. So let's just have sex at this point, right? Let me just get this over with because I feel bad kicking her out. I don't know. So we start to do it. And I insert myself inside of this woman. and I can feel the buildup. And about 40 seconds later, I let it go. I approximate 40 seconds. So, I bust in a condom, by the way, not inside of her. That would have been crazy as hell. I bust, and I don't remember exactly what she said, but I remember her, like, again, she was in a wild state of mind, like crazy. Probably from the cocaine and the alcohol.
Yeah.
But as soon as I busted a nut, sober as could be. Like, she could have took the bar exam probably. She was like,
Really?
straight, bro, straight. And she was like,
That's
got
weird.
up.
And and just so people know, you were straight on that. You don't do any of that. You don't partake.
Yeah, I don't do any of that
Yeah,
stuff. Yeah, I don't do any of that. So, I mean, she was like a whole nother person at this point. Like the person I first met when I got in the elevator, right? But even more sober. She was like blank. And she just got up. And then I was like, do you want me to walk you? Like, she just stopped talking to me. But before this, she was like in love with me. She's like, oh, I'm going to come up. Like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to cook for you, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to do this for you, do that for you. Just like very, talkative and like in love with me. And now she's like completely blank, completely sober. And I'm like, do you want me to walk you to your apartment? Just in case the building's dangerous. It's like 5 a.m. at this point. And she's like, no, definitely not. And I'm like, okay, nothing. Grabs the dog out of the bathroom. And then opens the door, and I think I'm like, all right, see you later. Have a good night. She goes, yeah, thanks for the dick, and shuts the door. She left she left some shit at the house, and I was just praying that she never came back, and she did not. I don't think she wanted to come back. Did
you ever see her again? Would you run into her?
Never seen her again.
Really?
I've since moved, but I had never seen. I lived there for another couple years. I didn't see her.
Yeah.
Ever again. I hope she's all right. I think I might have changed her life.
I think maybe you set her straight.
I think I did because it was like a whole new person.
You saved her
life. It was the multiple personalities. Like either one took over, or I think the rest of them just dissolved. Yeah. I think I fucked the crazy out of her.
All 40 seconds.
But this is my thought process. When I felt the buildup, I was over this night already.
So you let it go for you because sometimes you'll feel it, but you can still like struggle against it and make it.
Yeah. And I was like, no, because I thought to myself, if I am in any way, shape, or form good at this, she will come back.
Come back. And
I do not want this again. Like I regretted it. I low key, honestly regret that to this day because it's like, it was just not a good idea. Like you just don't know where that's gonna go. You just don't know entangling yourself with people,
especially someone like that. I mean, for all you knew, she could be your like psycho, not even girlfriend.
Yeah, she could. Yeah, she could have got attached, and that would have been very
kind
bad
of thing going on. Yeah,
yeah. I got off very easy. I got off lucky, and it was just like who? Why would I do that? Why would I go to a woman's house with you bring cocaine to my house? Like
it was your body coming to the rescue then at that point. And being like,
I believe so. Yeah. I believe it was some kind of intervention, divine intervention.
Yeah.
Because up until that point, I'd never busted a nut that fast in my life.
Like that movie Signs. Did you ever watch that?
I've seen it, but I don't recall.
Where at the end, the kid survives the aliens like shooting fucking venom at his face, but he was having an asthma attack, so he didn't breathe any of it in.
Yeah, it's like that.
And so they're like, oh, see, like God intervened there. Like he had asthma, but that actually saved him.
Because let me tell you this, I've only had, I think, one, I would say, steady girlfriend that I had consistent sex with.
I thought you were going to say consensual. I was like, you've only had consensual.
Yeah.
You've only had consensual sex with one person.
I've only had consensual sex one time. The rest of it. And she will definitely tell you that there was not one time where I came that fast.
Yeah.
Okay. And I don't think anybody that I've had sex with besides her.
I mean, that's the thing. If that was like an issue that you had, you wouldn't tell this story. So
I would have told it. I would have told it, especially at that time. I would have told it.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like it wouldn't even be a story. You'd be like, it was just another night.
Yeah, just another night. Yeah. No, that was the best part. That was the first time that ever happened to me, and it probably happened at the best time.
That's fucking great. And
I like hope she's okay. I hope she's great.
I like that part where you said, you get to that point where you're like, do I leave the situation or do I do it for the plot? Because ever since I started doing the podcasts, It's like a lot of the stuff I do, I'm like, I know I shouldn't go this route, but this is gonna be great to tell the guys. It's gonna
Yeah,
be great to tell on the show.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Do you do
That's
that
why
a
I'm going to
lot?
go. Huh? Say that again?
Do you do that a lot? Like choose to do things
Yeah,
because it's gonna
definitely.
be make for
Definitely.
a good pod?
Absolutely. I think it might have started before the pod. I think I'm just that kind of person,
Yeah.
but it definitely was exacerbated from the podcast. Like there's more often than not now. I'm going to go into something that I'm not sure about, or maybe I don't like because I have a podcast. I
Yeah.
think I'm always going to be that kind of person, but not to the extreme.
Yeah. You're now and then also when you said you like as soon as you saw her you knew something was gonna happen. Like
Yeah.
I'm like that. And I'm not saying I'm like all the time like running into these situations, but like pretty much like within like the first few minutes of meeting someone, I'm like, I know if I'm gonna fuck them or not.
Not that I knew something was going to happen. At first, I just knew. How do I explain it? I wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna bang this girl.
Yeah.
The first thing I thought was, I just know something is gonna happen. Like I know me and this woman are gonna interact in some way. I can tell you that it was a feeling that I'm about to go. Like something's gonna happen. It's not gonna be a normal night from here on out.
Yeah.
I knew it. I didn't know that we were gonna have sex. I thought maybe, maybe she was gonna ask for my number. Maybe she's gonna grab my dick or something. Like I didn't know what it was gonna be. She might have, pulled a knife out on me. I just knew that something was gonna happen. But then when she started talking to me, is when that's when I knew she was flirting with me.
Yeah.
I didn't know she was gonna flirt with me at first. It was just intuition that, okay, this night's about to change.
Something's gonna happen, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now you know how like when you read a book and you like picture the characters, sometimes you like the way I do it anyway, like sometimes it's people I know, sometimes it's actors and actresses and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Now the way ever since you told that story on your show, and then every time you told a story about like a crackhead coming into the fucking laundry room and stuff like that in your building, it's always the same person in my head.
It's always the same, like the woman I had sex with.
The same avatar for everybody, yeah, in your stories.
That's
for every
hilarious.
woman in your stories.
It's definitely not that building. It was a lot of. It was a very eclectic building. There's a lot of different people in there. They did not look the same, and most of them I would not have had sex with.
Damn.
I think there was like only 3 people in that building. I remember seeing that. I was like, yeah, I'll bang them.
Yeah. Well,
Not many.
what was his name?
There was no hims.
Oh.
There was no he's. Maybe now with AI you can cut it in me saying the guy's
Like,
name.
well, his name is George.
It was Bob.
Now, and you were talking about it right now. You've been single for pretty much
Forever.
For a while now, huh? You're pretty
But-
smart, man. I admire that. You're a genius.
You think I'm a genius
How
for
old are
this?
you now? You're 30 now, I believe.
31.
31 now. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, because you did recently have a birthday, huh?
Yeah, January 6th.
Yeah. Holy shit.
My jersey says 31. Yeah, I've been single forever. Not in terms of like having situationships, interactions, and like light relationships, like diet. I don't know how you explain it, but
Light.
nothing's ever been official.
Yeah.
Nothing's ever been official for a long time. I'd say the closest it came, and this is the one I regret. I ghosted a woman, I think like 2 years ago at this point, or maybe a year ago. That was the closest it was coming to.
And you know,
That
now that
was
you
the
mentioned ghosting, I believe it was about this time last year that you did episode where you talked about New Year's resolutions, and I believe that was your resolution was to not ghost people anymore. How did that go?
Okay, good. I'm glad you mentioned that because now I have to think if I have done that.
Yeah.
Yes, I did ghost somebody.
Oh,
I did not fulfill my New Year's resolution.
damn.
I ghosted somebody towards the end of the was it summer? It may have been around this or right before. Yeah, it had to been. Yeah, it was around the summer before I started working at Spirit Halloween. Met a nice young lady, and I think it lasted like 3 days.
Damn. Well, that's not that bad of a
Yeah.
ghost then, but still.
But it was like, very consistent conversation. Oh, we're going to meet up. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Blah, blah, blah. And then, I just like, hey,
Why do you think
That
you
one.
do that? Why do you think you ghost so easy?
it's a myriad of issues going on. Sometimes I'm just like, I'm not feeling this, and I don't want to say anything about it.
You don't want to
The
waste your
ones
time either.
the ones that get me that I'm like, why did I do that? Are the ones that are the ones I regret now, where I'm like, there was no reason to do that. Those are the ones I have to examine. Sometimes it's just like, I don't know, you kind of weirding me out, or like, I don't know, there's something about you I don't really like. I don't see this going anywhere, and I just don't have the balls to be like, I don't see this going anywhere, blah, blah, blah. But the ones where I definitely can see them going somewhere and they're hot and they like me and everything's fine, that probably, I mean, there was, I would say one or two good times where I did that and I'm just like, I regret it. I'm like, why did I do that?
Yeah.
And I can't give you a confident answer. Something is scrambled in my brain. There's probably
Maybe
a myriad of issues.
maybe you would get over it if you ate some human brains.
If I got prion disease,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have long. That's it.
Yeah. No,
Maybe.
I genuinely think that's very smart of you to live like that. You don't need no attachments. You're in a good spot.
Yeah. It's just like, it's nothing better than coming home to silence.
Yeah, for sure.
Truly. There's nothing better than come. Listen, most people I know in a relationship, half of them don't want to be in them.
Yeah.
Half of them do not like their partner. They're annoyed by them. They're frustrated by them. And a lot of them are living with them. So it's like they entangled their life with this partner so much that now it's like, oh, I don't want to break free because like I know their mom. Well, fuck their mom. Fuck their dad. Go live your life. You only got one time. Why are you entangled because you like their uncle or something? Like fuck that. Like it's like, oh, we share a bank account. We have an apartment. It's like, okay, is that permanent?
Yeah, nothing's permanent.
You're not married.
I've seen people weaponize that too, though. Like where they're like, I know a guy that's like, he's pretty sure his girl's pretty much done with him. So what does he do? He gets the mom to spend more time with her, and trying to cultivate that relationship, so it makes it that much harder.
No, you go.
Isn't that terrible?
You say bye.
Isn't that terrible? You can't weaponize that shit,
No. And then there's the other half where it's just straight cheating going on.
Yeah.
Where I know a lot of cheaters, man. A
you're
lot
right.
of cheaters. And it really breaks my heart because I'm not that kind of person. I'm an asshole.
Yeah.
But here's the thing is once I get into a serious relationship, I'm all in. I'm very traditional, very monogamous. I've always been that way. I've never cheated in my life. I don't think I've ever actually also been cheated on, which is interesting. Maybe once. I think I could think of one person I think might have cheated on me, but it's never been confirmed. It's just not something that's in my DNA to cheat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So most people I know I know a lot of cheaters, and then I know a lot of people who are just unhappy in their relationship. They don't want to be there. Micro cheating, some people are like, oh, micro cheating, what is that? Like, that's definitely a thing. Like, oh, this is my work husband.
Yeah.
This is my work wife. Like, okay, so you want to fuck them.
Which I always
Like,
tell
there's
people
there's no possible way.
I always tell people that, when they're married, it's like just know that there's some dude at the job that's at least very flirty with your wife.
Yeah.
And you kind of have to just.
There's no way I would fix my face to
what
tell
the fuck
my
you gonna do
wife
about it?
that I have a work wife.
Yeah. Yeah, and people straight
no
up are
way.
just open about it, which is weird.
That's really just icky. It's gross. So with those statistics, I just, I'm just like, I'm not opposed to being in a relationship, but it's just the right one hasn't come along.
Yeah.
Where I'm totally invested. One thing is I have to really respect the person too. Not respect them on a level as a human being. I respect almost every human being as on the same level. You know what I mean? Like I respect the garbage man as much as I respect, the head of the bank, right? I mean respect them in a different light where I'm like, wow, like I respect the qualities that they have. I respect their nature. How they behave, that they have a certain amount of class, a certain amount of this, a certain amount of that. And though, that's like the girls I regret either breaking up with or whatever. Like I respect them in a different way, if that makes sense, And I'm not saying I don't respect women that
It's
I'm
just
not
another
dating,
level, I
but
guess.
I don't. I don't respect them in that light.
Yeah.
Like the way I respect my mom for the person she is, right? Well, the way I respect other women in my life. That when I'm like, wow, like I'm kind of in awe at these attributes that you have. You're very strong, you're very persistent, you're very patient, you're very kind. Like these things, these are qualities that I would really need to be in a relationship with somebody. And it's just like, I don't see it every day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's a lot, but
that's
yeah.
and that's why you're single. That's a big part of why you're single. I think a lot of people, they have it stuck in their mind that they have to be with somebody, and so they cave. They have these same standards that you're talking about, but the second they can stop being by themselves, they cave, and they're like, well, he's not perfect. He's this. He's a bit of a piece of shit, but at least I'm not by myself. And that's where a lot of people are with the wrong people.
That's where you fuck around.
Just because they don't want to be alone.
That's where you do what I've been doing for years. You just fuck around with people.
Exactly.
There's no, there's been some women who I'm grateful for because they never asked to be anything more than we were.
Yeah.
They would be like, hey, like they never even brought it up. We would just get right to it. It would just escalate, but it never escalated past where we were. They never asked. They never inferred. It was just understood between the both of us that we're just friends and we do other things. And I respect you, but we're not that. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. If both parties are complicit, and conscious of that, there's nothing wrong with that. So why are you settling down so early? It's because, society looks at you in a certain way. When you're like, oh, you're not married yet? Oh, you don't have kids yet? It's like, no, stupid. Because most people are pieces of shit. And or you're just incompatible. You might be great friends with somebody, but you're not compatible in that way.
Like you're saying about right now too, like there's different categories of different type of relationships too, which like I've recently realized like the talking stage is just bullshit, and that's new age stuff. The kids are all about the talking stage, but then like I find myself now where it's like the talking stage. You know who I text a lot? I text you. I text Victor. I text Maria. I text everybody that's on the show, like all my close friends, my brothers. But I don't think I am in constant text communication with anyone I want to fuck. But
that's not you.
But the people I do come into contact with, luckily, that we end up sparking up some sort of sexual or romantic relationship. It's never a talking stage. It's just like just dive right in, and it is what it is, and we're gonna do what we're gonna do without having to sit there and talk about it. So I think
the talking stage really happened because of Tinder and the apps.
Yeah.
That's where the talking stage.
Tell me about yourself and like all that bullshit. Yeah, it's gay.
Yeah, I'm great at the talking stage. I'm a good texter.
Yeah,
I feel like so. I'm good. I'm great at the talking stage. I'm awesome at that.
See, I'm great, but talking. But like I said, I talk to everybody, but not like there's no end to it.
You don't want to fuck us.
Yeah.
I don't see anything wrong with the talking stage. I think that taking things, if you're saying I'm going to take things slow and see where they go and get to know each other without sex, I see nothing wrong with that. Yeah. I feel like there might have been the talking stage back in the day, but it wasn't labeled because we weren't on the phone all the time. Like you weren't able to talk that much. So there was no talking stage, but there was always a stage. I feel like right before,
like
the feeling out stage. It's like we're both friends, but maybe we both don't want to say anything yet. We're too nervous. So we're going to like write a letter, or I'm going to like talk to you like on the phone once a week. Or it's a lot of it was like, I'll see you when we get to the place that we met at, like school or work, like we'll see each other there and discuss things. So I think the talking stage has always been there, but not on the level of where you have 24-hour access to each other, where it's like, oh my God, he hasn't texted me in like 3 hours. So like blah, blah, blah. Our parents didn't have that. It was like, hey, I'll talk to you.
I don't know how people did anything back in the day, like even just setting a date with someone and then just showing up at the time and place that you said.
Yeah.
That's so foreign to me, where it's like, even if it's not like a romantic date, if I just told you, hey, let's meet up such place at such time, damn well that like 10 minutes before that we're texting each other. Are you almost there? Are you there? Like, if not, I ain't going.
Yeah. And now it's almost weird if you're not doing that.
Yeah.
A lot of
if
people,
you're not confirming a little bit before, it's like people just assume you're not showing up.
Yeah. Now it's, or not even that. Now it's like, now it's an issue if you're not talking 24/7.
Yeah.
And that's another way
that's
just the way society is now. Yeah. That's the talking stage. The talking stage is a whole different ballgame now. It's not, we'll see each other when we see each other. I'll hit you up when, I have a little bit of time, when I have some time, blah, blah, blah. I'll call you. You talk to maybe like twice a week or something like that. But now it's like you have access 24/7 with Messenger, with Tinder Messenger or Facebook Messenger, Snapchat. So now you have all this access, and now everybody feels like they're entitled to have that time. and they think something's wrong if you're not engaging in that amount of frequency. Now, the one thing I will say is, of course, somebody would be upset if you start with a certain frequency and then it dies off. Then
down.
I would imagine something's wrong. Then something might not be wrong, but I can see why somebody would think that.
Yeah, and it depends on the person, I think, because there's a lot more to say at the beginning than there's a month in.
Yeah,
but
yeah, of course you're learning.
Yeah, but now,
For me,
like,
I'm always asking questions. So I'm always asking questions. So I get annoying with those. I can ask.
Really, what type of shit do you ask after the first couple of weeks?
Whatever. Like, I'm always asking questions. Like, oh, what about this? Like, what about that? Like, oh,
what? Like, are you out of deodorant or stuff like that? Or what?
Yeah, or they're like, oh, I'm buying this. I'm like, oh, like what? Like, tell me about that. Like, what is that? I never heard of that. Blah blah blah. I'm very inquisitive.
Really?
And I get yelled at about that. Yeah, I used to get yelled at. I don't get yelled at anymore.
You're a good. You're a good journalist.
I believe so. I believe that I could be a good. I don't think I'm going to fulfill that, but I think.
Did you ever read Weekly World News back in the day?
No.
I used to buy those at the grocery store all the time. They're great.
What was that like? It was actual journalism, or it was like fake?
It was. They say it was fake, but I think some of the stuff is real.
Really?
It's the one that had Bat Boy in it and like a lot of alien stuff.
Yeah, Pastor likes that. That's right.
I've talked about it with Pastor. Now there was one story, taking it way back to the beginning of our recording here. There was one story in a Weekly World News. I remember it was about these two dudes, these two gay guys. They were lovers, and they were consensually eating one guy's dick. Like, they cut off his dick and cooked it, and they both ate it together.
That's romantic.
Yeah. So it was like,
I can't think of anything more romantic than that.
And so then, the one ended up killing the other, but it was apparently like that was the deal all along. Was like, we'll both eat my dick, and then you'll kill me, and eat me. And then that's the cops caught him, like his freezer was full of his boyfriend's meat, like packaged up. Like he must have been a butcher because he had like, this is the fucking.
The two guys killed the other guy.
No, there was just two guys. There was a couple.
Oh, two guys, and they ate one of the guy's meat.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
So
I thought you meant that they ate another guy's meat, like a third guy.
No, there was only two guys.
One of them got their dick cut off, and they both ate it.
They both ate it. And then the guy that was dickless got killed and butchered.
That's really hot.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty cool.
I mean, it's not my thing, but I'm not going to knock it,
I think the book talk girlies would kill for that story.
Yeah. I'm sure
they love that.
Yeah.
That's pretty. That's some Shakespearean shit, in my opinion. I think he should have wrote something about that.
Yeah, because Romeo and Juliet was always supposed to be like the big love story. That story fucking sucks.
I like that one better.
Yeah.
I read Romeo and Juliet as an adult. Like, I don't know, I was like 23, and it was actually better than I remembered, and I actually liked it.
I've never reread it as an adult, but I always thought it's really stupid. It's kind of like The Little Mermaid, how it's like, well, yeah, she's like 16. Of course she shouldn't be just leaving her family and stuff. And it's kind of the same thing with Romeo and Juliet. It's like, they're still kids. Like, what the fuck?
They're gonna run away together. Like, all right, relax, bro.
And then
like, give it a few.
To marry them and shit. It's like, fuck.
Listen, they didn't want to do the talking stage.
Yeah, I guess
they didn't want that. They were like, let's go.
But they didn't have to do the marriage thing. They should just give each other head and call it a day. Fuck it.
You got to kill yourself. That's what you got to do.
Jeez, man.
That's when you know it's love.
And then
but they didn't. But nobody ate each other, right? He didn't eat her or anything.
No. See, that would have been a better ending, huh?
Yeah.
Like
if they like ate a piece of each other, so they ate his dick or something.
Yeah. Like he ate her nipples and shit.
Yeah. I don't think that'd be like maybe like Edgar Allan Poe could have wrote that.
Yeah.
His twist on it.
Good old Poe.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about.
But I didn't read anything else Shakespearean. I can't deal with the language.
Yeah,
it pisses me off.
Definitely overrated, I think.
Yeah.
It's like Mike.
Well, it's just that like it's so. You just hear about it so much as growing up. I just like annoyed with it. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like it's not that good. Like relax.
Yeah.
It's not. There's been way better stuff since then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, that's exactly how I feel about the Beatles.
Like, me and you agree. Everybody loves.
They're super overrated. Fine. And the thing is, I like the Beatles. I like a lot of. I have a lot of their albums and stuff, but I also think they're super overrated. Like
they're not the greatest.
They're not the best ever. And then people like to say, if it wasn't for them, rock and roll wouldn't be what it is. I'm like, I'm sure it would have been. It would have.
Somebody else would have done it.
Yeah, it would have found.
You mean to tell me that they're the only guys that would have thought of that?
Exactly.
Most likely, there's actually probably like some black people that did it before them, and
Yeah.
then they stole it from them. That's how rock and roll worked.
I mean,
Anyway,
that's most of their early songs are just freaking
covers of
Motown
black people,
covers.
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. So, like, yeah, some other white person would have copied that, and
Yeah.
they would have done it. Oh, why? Because they had bowl cuts and they were super skinny. It's like, give me a break. You know who? You know who's a one of a kind? Ozzy. That's somebody you can't.
Yeah. That's
That's
right.
somebody you can't replicate. You know, Kiss. That's another one you could replicate. The Beatles? Are you kidding me?
No, yeah, for sure.
We've done it. We've done it a million times.
And there was better bands at that time. Like I always thought the
Yeah.
Kinks were a better British band
You
than the
can't
Beatles.
replicate Kiss. You can't replicate. You know, you can't. I mean, you can kind of replicate 50 Cent, but he's like the best at it. You know, like you can't get any better than that.
Who? 50 Cent?
50 Cent.
Yeah.
Like there's gangster rappers before him, but he's like the you can't do another 50 Cent. I
Is
feel
50
like
Cent from where you're from?
he's from Queens.
Oh, he's
so
from Queens.
not exactly, but in the same. He's in from the city.
Yeah. Did you ever see him around?
I'd never seen Fofty around. No,
Oh man.
he was already a big time star by the time I was like 8 or something.
He'd already gotten shot and shit.
He'd already gotten shot. Yeah, his album was out when I was a little kid.
Well, you're from the Bronx. How many times have you gotten shot?
Like 3.
Really?
Yeah,
What,
it's
so-
light work. That's easy.
I was gonna say like 9 more, and you'll be able to bust out a full.
I got to get shot like in my cheek and like get my accent changed.
Yeah,
and,
yeah. I was gonna say that'll
like,
change your whole voice.
That's how he did it. Yeah, walk around with the vest and everything like that.
Hell yeah.
That's when I'll take off.
That would
Yeah,
be
I mean at
badass.
this point everybody gets shot in the Bronx now, so it's not really like so many rappers have been shot. It's like not that cool.
Yeah.
At that time it was like really it was crazy.
And you don't even live in the Bronx anymore, so it'd be kind of cool if you got shot where you live now.
It's pretty plausible here too.
It'd be more notable, though. You know what I'm saying?
It's very plausible here.
like he
Definitely.
he made it out of the fucking Bronx, and he still got shot.
And I get shot here. Well, in my old building, that definitely could have happened
Yeah.
easily.
Can you imagine if that chick was all pissed because you only lasted 40 seconds and she shot you?
That's what I was thinking too when I brought her in my house. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, like what if she was armed?
what?
She stabbed
What
you
if
to
she
death
was
or something?
armed?
What if she
What
cut your dick off and ate it?
Well, the craziest thing is that I went into her apartment.
Yeah.
I could have died right there.
You could have killed her.
I could have done that. I don't think that's not where my mind was going. But
But that's what I'm saying, though. Like everything's possible at that
well,
point.
yeah, I'm not saying that the crazy part is I went into her apartment for her. For me, anything could happen to me when I went in there. I have no family up here. Nobody knows me. Like you would have never
That's
known
true.
where I went.
Yeah, you would have been in a milk carton.
I would have
person.
been missing.
You'd be like 20 years from now, your picture's still hanging up in the Walmart.
Exactly. So that was the craziest part is that I went into this apartment. And
You
the
ever
shit I
seen-
was watching, I was like, oh my God. Like,
Do you ever
oh,
look
shit.
at those? Like you go to like a store or something and they have the missing people and it's like missing since 1978. And you're like,
Yeah. Give it up, bro.
come on, man.
Give it a rest. Give it a rest, bro. You
Like
know?
put someone up there that was missing, 3 years ago. Let's do something a little bit more.
Or
political.
today. What is the statistic?
People,
Like,
people go missing all the time.
people go missing literally every day. I forgot the average, but what is it? It's like crazy the amount of people that go missing a year in America alone. It's insane the amount. So yeah, I mean, come on.
What do you think
like,
is happening to these people?
Human trafficking.
Selling
And
the brains
aliens.
and stuff?
Okay, we have. I would say you could boil it down to human trafficking, murder, aliens, and some kind of running away, change life / suicide shit.
Yeah.
Like let's just say runaway.
We were talking about that. Me and my brother were talking about that the other day. Like how many people fake their death and then just start over.
That's lit. That sounds like an awesome
Yeah, it'd be
idea.
badass. Because he was telling me, and I'm like, it has to be someone lonely. Because I can't imagine like with the amount of people I know and stuff, I couldn't.
Not really. What if you just hate everybody? Like I'm tired of these people.
Yeah, but I'm saying
You never think that? You
I
never,
would-
come on. You never sitting around with a few people. You go. You know what?
I'm
I
not
kinda
saying I
don't
could
like
do.
any
I'm
of
saying
these
I'm saying I couldn't get away with it.
But I'm asking you a different question though, real
What is
quick.
it?
Side question. You never been sitting around with a bunch of people you know, and you never were just like, you know what? I kind of don't like any. Like, why am I here? I don't like anybody here.
That's like me at my work most days. Man.
So mate, if you were to run away, if you were to fake your death, you wouldn't stay in America, right?
Yeah, I don't think you could. I don't think I could.
No.
Is what I mean.
No. Maybe you can go to Texas, right? They say like it's like that old thing, like if you go to Texas and you drive 6 hours, you're still in Texas.
Yeah,
So maybe you could blend in Texas.
Texas, and then just completely change my way of thinking, or at least pretend, and just like be super right, like
Yeah.
super Texas and like
Well,
have a gun.
realistically, you could. It depends because in the witness protection program, they don't move people to other countries.
That's true.
But but when you go to the witness protection, you have the chance of you have the advantage of changing your social security. They do everything. But
I
if
was
you
gonna
fake
say,
your
and
death,
they
you
they
can't just
give you
do
the
that.
housing and everything too. That's another
Yeah.
thing. It's like you can fake
But
your death and be a hobo, but it'd be harder to like actually get
yeah,
something,
there's probably
buy a
so many
house, buy
people
a car.
who did that
Yeah,
and are still walking around.
yeah, and that's what because I guess that's what my brother was saying. He was watching something, and they asked the guy like, how many people get away? He was like, well, there's no way of knowing. If we knew it, then they wouldn't have gotten away with it. So I'm
Exactly.
sure there's tons and tons of people out here that are
And the first thing
dead.
they say is you got to boil your phone,
You know,
boil your computer, boil everything like that. You know, the CIA guys talk about this on like podcasts all the time. That's the first thing you do is get rid of your digital footprint. And you got to start over. You got to get like a fucking 7-Eleven phone.
yeah.
You know, like that's your first thing. And then if you're I mean, like come on. You're not famous, right? Like if you moved, bro, if you moved a state away, nobody would know
You'd
you're
probably be
there.
done.
Like realistically, how many people do you know? 100 people? If you
But that's
move
what I'm saying though. Like,
away,
yeah, I
you're
wouldn't
gonna.
go a state away. I would go, or if I did go to a state away, I'd go like a state where nobody goes. Like nobody goes to fucking Wyoming. I'd go to Wyoming.
That's what I'm saying. It's
But
like
I
it's
couldn't. But
since
like,
we're not famous, right?
but
Like
like
we could
Utah, I
probably get
couldn't
away
go.
with
But
it.
I
We don't
couldn't
know
go to
that many
like,
people.
I couldn't go to like Utah because everybody from here's always in Utah.
Yeah, they're gonna see you.
Yeah, so I'd have to go. If it was just one state away, it would have to be like fucking Wyoming, where there's nothing to see.
The
And at
only way
that
that
point,
people really get
like
like
I don't
if
know
you're
what's
like a
worse, like actually dying or living in Wyoming.
if you're we're just like regular guys in our thirties, right? Like if
Yeah.
you're like if you're like Gabby Petito, they're gonna put out everything, you know, search party. You're gonna be all over the news. You and me go missing. We're not gonna be on. We'll be on the news like in our area,
Yeah.
right? But so we could probably move like an hour away and nobody would ever find us.
I think
Dead
we're
ass.
one of us is gonna have to try this, and you're in the bigger city, so
I could move to Rochester probably and nobody will ever know. They'll think I'm dead. Like
change your
for
name.
real.
What would you change your name to?
Um, change my name. I'll change my name to Phil Flanagan.
Phil Flanagan. That's cool.
Yeah. It seems like like a regular guy, right? You
Yeah.
can't get any more milk toast and regular than Phil Flanagan.
Yeah, you just come home every day after your 9 to 5
Yeah.
and watch 2020 or something.
Yeah. Watch the news.
Yeah.
You know, watch Fox.
Yeah.
Yell at the TV. Well, okay, but if you had to go out of the country, what country would you move to if you faked your death?
I feel like everybody goes like to Argentina or something, huh?
Is that where they go?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Why did they go there?
I don't know. That's just where the Nazis went, I guess.
Oh, that except or NASA they went
Yeah.
too.
So that's what I'm saying. Like I think
They also
for
went to
some reason
NASA.
everybody does that. Yeah. And I think
I'd probably go to an Asian country. Like,
how you gonna
I'd
get
probably
by
go-
though? You don't know any Asian languages or anything.
yeah, how would you get by? That's true. I just don't like, you know, I like the culture is very respectful, usually good food, stuff like that. I'd probably
I
like
think
that, but you're right, the language barrier.
I'm just thinking of like getting away with it. I think I could go. I'm light skinned enough to go like. Does Spain border Italy?
You're asking the wrong guy. I don't even know 5 times 8. What is that, 40?
I think it's
maybe?
close enough to Italy. So like I would do my best to learn Italian, and then
You could probably do that, yeah.
live in Spain and tell them I'm Italian,
Yeah, you can get away with
and
that.
then just speak Spanish to them, and it'll sound different than their Spanish, but I'll be like, well, it's because I'm Italian.
Yeah.
talk
And the
like
food's
that.
probably good too.
Yeah.
See, I would think like Russia or Germany, but I don't think the food's great over there.
No, I don't think so. It's all like dry ass potatoes and shit.
Yeah. Well, you're used to it. You're in Idaho.
No, but these are good. These are the world famous potatoes. They're not dry ass potatoes. There's a difference.
Yeah. Yeah. I might go your route then. I might have to do that.
You
'Cause
probably
I can look Spanish or Italian.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and you could learn Spanish because you're already Puerto Rican,
And some people think I look Muslim, so I'm very ethnically fluid, I feel like.
Muslim.
Yeah, some people peg me as Muslim. Like if I get a tan and stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess I
Like
could see that.
there's a couple pictures about like of me where I look pretty Muslim. My dad said it, so you know it's got to be true. My dad
That's
said
right.
it.
Does your dad look Muslim?
Oh no, he would never pass.
Does he look straight up
I
Italian
passed
or what?
because I got my mom and I got the Puerto Rican side.
Does your
So I
dad
got this-
does your dad
no.
look like fucking Super Mario Brothers or some shit?
No, he don't look like that. He never looked like that. He looks like a cop though.
Oh,
He looks like a stereotypical like cop back in the
Okay.
day. Every time when my mom and my dad were dating and stuff, my mom lived in the projects, and my dad would pull up with his buddies to go pick her up, and like, the whole block would swarm because they thought he was the cops. And then back in the day, he'd have he was in transit, so he had the transit badge. So sometimes he'd have it, and then people wouldn't know the difference, so they would think he's a fucking cop. So, yeah, people used to. My dad was fine in the projects.
That's
People
good.
would run out of there.
they just assumed.
They'd scatter like roaches. Yeah, I mean, because he had like a car that looked like an undercover cop car. I forgot what kind. He'd always come out with the blue. He'd have like a blue sweatshirt, the regular jeans, like some New Balance. Something like he looked like undercover.
Yeah.
So he never had a problem.
Let's see. It's Spain, and then borders France, and then that borders Italy.
Oh, so you got some wiggle room. You got some room.
Just that way, yeah. It's close enough to Italy to where I could tell the Spaniards that I'm Italian.
And then tell you Spaniards that you're.
But far
that
enough
you're
to where
Italian.
it's not like they're gonna ask me like, oh, let's go to your house in Italy.
Yeah.
Shit.
I think you got the plan. I think
Yeah.
you got the right plan.
Yeah. Catch me in fucking Spain. 2020.
Yeah, that don't sound
2030.
bad.
2030.
Our money goes pretty far in Spain, right?
I have no idea.
I think it does.
They used to say the American dollar went far everywhere, but I don't know how true that is.
No, not now.
Yeah.
Not in the UK, right?
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't know how any of Europe.
I don't want to
is.
fucking go there anyway. I don't want to eat beans.
UK, yeah, you beans on toast.
Beans on toast. They swear, bro. They really swear they got it. Like they swear. I don't know where they get off. Just admit it. Your food is whack.
I saw,
Like if I went over there, I'd be eating fast food all the time.
I saw a fucking meme that said like the UK conquered half the fucking world for spices, and they don't fucking use any of them.
Exactly, bro. Like the English breakfast. It looks terrible.
Yeah, it looks. There's no.
I'd rather
color to
eat
it.
a hotel breakfast
Yeah.
at like Holiday Inn or something.
Yeah,
Like a shitty hotel breakfast.
man.
Then
Sometimes
eat-
those shitty hotel breakfasts hit though. Like if you're a little hungover.
Well, then it's not shitty.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it
It's not
depends.
shitty.
If you're the one that's shitty, then the breakfast isn't shitty.
I love a hotel breakfast. There's only been like a few that I think are bad.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I've ever had a bad hotel breakfast.
I've definitely had bad ones, like at least two.
And at the very least,
least-
they always have those little boxes of fucking cereal.
And fruit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now the new thing is they have like the waffle maker. That's the big
Yeah.
one.
I never did. I always saw that, but I never did. I would always just, honestly, I would just load up like freaking sausage and bacon on a plate with some egg.
Yeah.
fucking-
Yeah. Sometimes the egg is bad.
Yeah.
There's been 2 times where the egg was bad.
The egg
'cause
is
it's
hit
like,
or miss,
oh, it's
yeah, for
liquid
sure.
egg.
Yeah, it's
You know.
not real egg. They just pour it out of a carton or something.
It comes out as plasticky. You know, it's like it's like egg that you would imagine your school would give you
Yeah.
when you were in school. But yeah, usually you can't go wrong with sausages. Potatoes are usually good.
Oh
They'll
yeah,
have, like,
they
potato
usually have the
wedges.
breakfast potatoes. Those are fucking bomb as shit too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But it's not. You know what? Like, that's a peak American experience to me. Is getting up early, going to hotel breakfast. You know, you're watching the news. It's just a great. I don't know. I love a good morning like that. A good hotel morning.
Yeah, agreed.
You know, the guy's on his laptop. One time I went in there, was like a biker gang in there. It was awesome.
Really,
Yeah, it was like a whole biker gang. It was sick. I was like,
That's
wow,
pretty
you guys got up
nice.
early for this?
that's pretty. And
Pretty
you,
cool.
you do
You know, everybody was getting out the way.
you do always meet some interesting people in those situations, which is good.
Definitely. Definitely. And you could tell a lot about a person by how they're interacting with the buffet. Like some people are just rough. You know, it's
Yeah.
like, why are you slamming things, you know, or are they gorging, you know, or are they just putting like, you know, little amounts of food? Are they starving themselves? You can tell a lot by the way
Or-
somebody acts at the breakfast buffet.
And are they in and out, or are they sitting there after a while with a cup of coffee,
in and
leaning
out?
back in their
Yep.
chair, just reading their phone or something?
Are they getting an
No
extra
hurry,
plate
no
because they
rush.
are trafficking somebody?
Yeah,
You know, you don't know. Why do they have the extra plate and they're bringing it back to the room? Are they fat? if they're not fat, though, they may be trafficking somebody.
Which explains the missing people at the Walmart.
Exactly. So keep your eye out at the hotel breakfast. You can tell a lot about what's going on around you.
That's really smart. That sounds like your dad, who was obviously a detective, probably taught you these things.
He taught me all. Yeah, he taught me everything I know.
That's freaking cool.
Yeah,
That
dude.
is fucking cool, man. Let's go ahead and start wrapping this up.
Valuable
We'll
life
go ahead
lessons.
and leave with the valuable life lessons. You have a valuable life lesson?
Yeah, I literally just gave mine.
Was that
Keep
it?
your eye open at the hotel breakfast. You'll learn a lot.
Valuable life lessons.
Hell yeah. Mine was that. Like, you can probably fake your death. Just make sure you learn some languages. And I think it's that. Like, learn languages, but don't let anyone know that you know them.
Definitely not.
That way you
Yeah,
got
don't
other.
don't
like,
let them see your Rosetta Stone
like
laying around.
Like, maybe I'll learn Russian and go to Russia, and then you'll be like, he's not in Russia. He didn't know Russian that you knew of.
That's how you know I'm 31 because I said Rosetta Stone. There's no way that's even a thing anymore.
Valuable
Is it
life
not?
lessons.
It's just Duolingo.
Probably
now, huh?
everything I see is an app. Like, oh, you want to learn Chinese? Here's an app.
Duolingo now, I guess.
Yeah, Duolingo.
Rosetta. Do you know what the Rosetta Stone was? Like the
It was
real
like
one?
tapes, right? It was like tapes and CDs and shit.
Well, yeah,
right?
but you know why? Like what it was based off of? Why they call it Rosetta Stone?
Why?
It was this stone in Rosetta. Fuck, I don't know what country it was. They found it, but it had a bunch of texts in like Egyptian and like a bunch of different ancient languages. It's had the same thing over and over in multiple languages, and so that was how they were able to translate and figure out so much. So it was like a big key to translate all the ancient languages, and that's why they
Really?
call the Rosetta Stone. You learn your languages.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That's very impressive that you know that.
Yeah, I learned that on some show once.
Wow. And it was probably aliens that wrote all that stuff,
Probably.
actually.
Who else would have been able to write the same thing? Like it was like finding an instruction booklet. You know, you found one and it has like your like an owner's manual for something. And it'll have the same thing in English, Spanish, French, Chinese. You know.
And it all said the same thing?
Yeah, it was that
What
type
did,
of
what
thing.
did it talk about?
I don't know. That's as far
Imagine
as my
something
knowledge of that
stupid,
goes.
like something innocuous.
It might have been maybe it was that. Maybe it was some sort of ancient owner's manual for something.
How to give yourself a coffee enema.
Yeah. You still
Maybe
doing
that's
those?
what it is. Have I done one of those?
Are you still doing those?
No, because you know how sensitive to caffeine I am? Imagine I did a coffee enema. I wouldn't be able to sleep for like a year.
That'd be cool.
I'd have caffeine just going in my ass.
Yeah.
I'd have to do a decaf enema. Yeah.
Oh, shit. We'll go ahead and call this a show, man. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you, man.
That was
It's always
really
an
fun.
honor and a pleasure.
It's always really fun, man. It's always good. And I feel like you had a lot of energy because you've been on a little hiatus. So it's like
Yeah, we're coming back.
you always
I
come
just
back.
dropped a new episode, and we got a few on the fire.
I listened to the episode today, actually, just barely, your newest
It
one,
sucked.
so.
I hated that episode.
It was a 27 minutes of my life. It wasn't bad. So check it out.
Thank you.
As always, check out Griddy Knows Best. Fucking one of the
Thank you,
best
man.
shows. One of the second best show on the internet
Agreed.
after this one.
Agreed.
Third. Maybe Pastor's show is like the best one.
That's the best one
Yeah.
when he does it. I haven't seen it in a while.
Yeah. See, it's all about quality over quantity.
That's right. That's true. That's true.
Not with food, though.
You got to get Guy Fieri on this show.
Oh, yeah. I'll hit him up right now.
He's actually like really cool.
He's one of those that you might actually end up